So we have been announcing features like crazy this year. We've been announcing features like our update to infestations and hordes and sieges and how they work. We've announced the Forever Communities update, which is going to give you access to the legacy pool in the middle of the gameplay, with a bunch of quality of life improvements to the supply locker and a ton of stuff. Like, people have been getting so many ideas from us of things that are going to go into the game without getting any times or dates. And so I keep getting all of this feedback. People, ask me questions on Twitter and on my personal stream. When are you going to tell us when these updates are coming out? So we don't have all of the answers yet, but we have some. And so we figured we'd take a little bit of time telling you what we know so far about what's coming in the near future. So first off, this month in May, we're getting HOTFIX 29.2. That is a small quality of life hotfix. It's not bringing any big new features in, but we realize that, especially since this is the anniversary, we're going to be celebrating, we're probably going to get a fair number of new players in, and so we wanted to do some quality of life fixes for those new players coming in, to make sure they have the best experience we can give them with State of Decay 2. But also in May, for those of you who've been playing the game for a long time, we're doing an update to the public test realm, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's a branch of our game that you can get access to via Steam, where you can play an in-progress version of our game that's got a lot of the newer features being worked on. This is a great way for us to get feedback from the audience, so we really appreciate everybody who's been participating in the PTR. So, the Infestations update has been in the PTR for a really long time. This month, we're going to add Forever Communities to the PTR. So you can start moving characters in and out of your legacy pool. You can start trying out a lot of the other new features like in the supply locker. And you can give us feedback on it, see how it's working, and let us know if there's stuff we need to fix before it goes formally into release. Then later on in July, that's when we're actually going to issue Update 30, and that's going to contain Forever Communities. And so that's when everybody across our entire audience, no matter where or how they play, is going to be able to benefit from Forever Communities, from all the legacy, stuff. I keep listing what it is. What's in Forever Communities. And if you're not sure, you can watch back our previous streams. You go over to YouTube, look at our previous videos, and see what we're talking about there, because there's a lot of really good stuff in Forever Communities. And then finally, we do not have a month for this, but Update 31, which is going to contain infestations and hordes and sieges, all of those updates that we've been working on, that's coming on later in the year. It might make this summer or it might not. We've actually still got some open questions in our own heads about that. And so I'm sure that a lot of you are probably wondering, hey, this infestations feature, of the features on this list, that's the first one you guys announced. Why is it the last one on the list? And it's because we put it into the public test realm and we got so much valuable feedback from the audience. And so, because this is a major change to the game, like all of the dynamics between you and the plague hearts and the zombies and how you're competing with each other on the map, all of this stuff is being changed in a really major way. And it's difficult to make a change like that because it has, tons of implications, lots of little bugs you have to solve in response to the big bugs, that sort of thing. And so, putting it out in the public test realm was critical for us to do really early because we needed to see how lots of players were interacting with this feature and what problems they were running into and what, qualitative feedback they had about how well the feature was going. And so we've been listening to that stuff. And so we've been basically taking our time, really digging into it and making sure that we're making this the best version of the feature that it can be before we release it. So we're really grateful to everybody who got into the PTR and helped us out. And so eventually, I promise, you are actually going to get this update to hordes and infestations and sieges. You're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for that one. But hopefully you can enjoy Forever Communities in the meantime and, the benefits of HOTFIX 29.2.